Whoa, stop! Don't come any closer.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer 10 credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
So it's a new movie time. Yay.
Mm-hmm. I've been working on my Tom Holland impression. Not bad, right?
Yeah, not bad at all. You didn't spoil the movie though, so.
Nope.
So kicking off a new movie. So we always start with the trailer. So we're gonna do a little trailer trash. Jared, why don't you tell the people what we're getting into?
Yeah, we're watching the trailer for Chaos Walking, which new movie, fresh one. This came out over the summer, right? Like
I think
June,
so.
Something like that. So the premise here: two unlikely companions embark on a perilous adventure through the badlands of an unexplored planet as they try to escape a dangerous and disorienting reality where all thoughts are seen and heard by everyone.
Okay.
Which I don't get it. I've watched the trailer now. I've read the thing a few times. I still don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, the first sentence of that logline kind of, it's like, oh, that's Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
But yeah, I agree. I obviously I watched the trailer a couple times and I don't know where we're going with this one. So
I no clue. So
no clue.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. So before we get into the trailer and all that, do we have any fan service?
Nope, no fan service this week, which I think little peek behind the curtain here. We're recording this the day that Twilight New Moon Part 2 comes out. Mm-hmm. So I think the Twilight fans in our audience are like stewing and brewing and
probably
figuring out the right things to say to us for the next one.
Yeah, they could feel the hate flowing and brewing. It's gonna give them the weekend to write the emails. So
exactly.
Yeah.
When I'm angry about something, I might take days.
You're better than most. Sometimes people just, they're angry, they just snap to and do something stupid.
Oh yeah. No, that's why my angry emails are my best emails, because I put a lot of thought into it. I stayed angry for several days in order to write this. It doesn't happen often. When it does, watch out.
But when it does. So Chaos Walking, this is Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley, right?
Yeah, great start.
Yeah, and Mads Mikkelsen.
Who I love. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can't wait to call it out when we get there. Maybe you noticed who the other actor was in this movie, but we'll see.
I did, but
okay.
I didn't recognize him. If that helps.
I was like, why is he in this movie? Oh my God. So this is...
Oh, we'll get to it.
Yeah, you know.
Now I remember.
See his dumb face. You're like, ugh. So this is based on a book series the series is called Chaos Walking. There's 3 books, trilogy.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Written by Patrick Ness.
Okay. So I mean,
it's a young adult. It's a young adult, series.
Yeah. I got like Maze Runner kind of vibes, but with a good cast instead.
Yeah. So it's just 3 books in it. Obviously it's a trilogy. So there's 3 books, but I mean, it won a bunch of awards.
Well
so the books were good and, doing math here. Just want to make sure the listeners know what a trilogy means. Just need to,
Yeah. If you're familiar with Star Wars and Daisy Ridley, you'll also be familiar with trilogies.
Yes.
And Tom Holland and Spider-Man movies, which Sony has said they're calling trilogies at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just a collection of 3 movies, right?
Yep. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I believe that's from the Latin.
Would you call Star Wars? What do we do? 5, 6, 7? Does that mean
it's a trilogy of trilogies? Yeah.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be like a 9 trilogy?
No. See, that's where
you can't but you can't call it a trilogy. It's part of 9 movies, though.
It's a trilogy of trilogies, right?
That doesn't make
It makes perfect sense. It's 3 sets of 3, therefore
it's 9
trilogy. Yeah, it's one of those words that the more you say it, the more it sounds like not a real word.
Yeah, trilogy.
This is good for the listeners.
Trilogy.
Trilogy.
That's called something. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Like where a word becomes no longer what it's supposed to be.
There's probably a German word for it too.
Yeah.
Because they have a word for everything.
Well, if any of our listeners know what that is, let us know. Email us.
Yeah, tell us words, please.
Yeah, because I don't want to Google it right now, but
We're off to a good start.
trilogy.
Well,
we probably won't see as a trilogy of this movie, so
I don't know.
I don't think it did all that
I
great.
mean, even though it didn't do great, it's got such a big cast, and I know we didn't do the research yet, but I bet it had a budget enough that like they're gonna keep probably making the rest of them, even if this one flops. It's not like Atlas Shrugged. Remember when they did Atlas Shrugged a few years ago? Just talking to my mom about this over Thanksgiving. She was like, "Oh, whatever." Remember when they did Atlas Shrugged a few years ago? And I was like, "Yeah, it was real bad. It had fucking It's This Meets That alum. Orange is the New Black. What's her name? Taylor Schilling."
So that's random that your mom brought up Atlas Shrugged.
Well, it's not so random. It's not as random as you think. Those are the kinds of discussions we're having around Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving table. But that's neither here nor there. Either way,
has anyone thought about Atlas Shrugged? Can you pass some mashed potatoes, please?
Yeah. More specifically, have you thought about the movie adaptation of Atlas Shrugged starring Taylor Schilling from like 2014?
Oh my god!
But
did they make sequels to that?
No. So that's what I was getting. That was the premise here. It was supposed to be at least a trilogy, if not a philology.
Yeah, or whatever they are now. After once you get past 3, you get a trilogies of trilogies. So yeah.
There's no way to know. Quadrology, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I think
that a Led Zeppelin album.
Yeah, I think it is. I think they stopped counting after 3 or 4, right?
But anyway, so this might end up like that where they don't do the sequels, but I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to happen either. I think this is like it's like the other movie that we watched that we did definitely was supposed to be a trilogy. There are sequels with the Disney one there. The your favorite movie.
Artemis Fowl. I think they're going to still make those.
I don't know, man.
They're probably already in the works.
They probably are. Damn it.
just like Avatar 5, 6, 7, 9. Who knows?
Yeah, but that first movie made gajillion gazillion times 2.
That's true.
It made so many fanatics. It's not even funny.
Follow the money.
All right, let's trash this trailer. Let's get into it.
Yep, we probably should.
Because that's what everyone's here for, right?
Yeah.
And the camaraderie.
And the camaraderie, as we always say.
Yeah, we always say. Yeah.
With the listeners too.
Right.
We're comrades. We're all comrades here.
We're all comrades. We're inviting you into our home. Right? Okay. So the trailer we watched was the official one. I think it was from Lionsgate on YouTube there. I hate this, by the way.
I'm shocked that this happens. Does this happen to you all the time? This has never happened to me before.
What's that?
This was new. The countdown to the trailer.
Oh, you've never seen that before?
No, I've never seen. I was so upset.
I hate this so much.
I thought you linked us to like some sketchy version of the trailer.
No,
and I was like, oh no, this is official.
This is straight from the, I think it was right from the Lionsgate web YouTube page.
Yeah, and you're saying this has happened before?
Oh yeah, I've seen this before. I've also seen teaser trailers for trailers, which I think is stupid. Just give us the fucking trailer.
Yeah,
I don't need a teaser for the trailer. I hate that.
I mean, they do that, with Star Wars movies, whatever.
Yeah, I hate it. Just give me the trailer. Come on.
But I've never seen a countdown to a trailer in a trailer.
The trailer. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen a countdown before, but I've definitely seen you're about to see the trailer for, and it's like, just show it.
Yeah. Show me the money.
Like, why?
I know we complain about when trailers come in too hot sometimes, but
this one came out.
This came in wicked hot.
Yeah.
And then very cold because you're not watching the trailer, and then super hot again. And I'm not into it.
Yeah, no, it's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. You can't do that. That's not good
too much.
That's not good. That's not good for the blood flow.
Well, maybe it is. I don't know. You went to Iceland that one time. I feel like they're big fans over there.
Well, that's true. They get the hot springs there, and then you get out and it's cold.
Yeah.
Maybe they know something. So it comes in super hot, telling us that we're about to see the trailer, and it does a countdown. It's like chaos coming in 3, 2, 1. I'm like, okay.
Like I knew that. I knew that trailer.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me. I clicked on the link.
Yeah. The chaos is already here. Let's just get into it.
I'm watching it.
So now the trailer actually starts. The pre-trailer is done, and we just get quickly a shot of a little space pod, an escape pod almost, shooting out from a larger ship, right? That's just hanging out over a planet. And then we get the little space pod. We get a shot of Daisy Ridley. She's in this pod.
It's looking very A New Hope / Hans Zimmer because it's
The music. I hated the music of this trailer. There's something about it that just like it punched a hole in my head, and like I don't know, it was just obnoxious.
It was really stressful.
Yeah, it was really stressful.
Which maybe by design, I guess, but maybe
it's trying to ramp things up. Maybe it's trying to make a movie that is boring really exciting. Because as we've learned, right, trailers and sometimes like, oh man, someone watching like this movie is terrible. We have to amp it up with
lipstick on a pig.
So Daisy Ridley, I don't know her character's name. So whatever.
We haven't learned anything about this movie yet.
So Daisy's in a pod. She's in a escape pod and shooting down towards a planet. She's looking out the window, and we get Mads Mikkelsen doing a voiceover about a terrible crash has happened, right?
Yep.
And then space pod's heading.
I'm assuming it's Daisy Ridley's fault.
Yeah, I'm guessing the same thing.
At this point, she looks like she's driving, right?
Yeah. Really?
Like she's sitting behind the wheel of the spaceship. And then is it Mads Mikkelsen that's flying around in the main chamber there?
Yeah. Like no, that's her. That's her flying around, getting tossed around in there. Yeah,
we just saw her captaining a pup. All right, whatever.
I don't know.
She's supposed to be a good pilot. I saw Star Wars.
She knew how to fly the Millennium Falcon, but this thing, no, it's not the same.
Expertly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So then the space pod is like heating up as it's entering the atmosphere, little chaos pod, and then it gets crazy. She's getting tossed around, and then we cut to the pod just crashed, right? It's toasted, and we get Tom Holland as Tom Holland in the movie Tom Holland walking towards it. He's not really a good actor, is he? I don't know. He just feels like he's
playing Peter Parker.
Yeah, pretty much, right? But I feel like he's just Tom Holland as Tom Holland, right? And everything else, like everything he does. Well,
so here's
just so happens he was perfect as a Peter Parker.
No, right. I agree for one, but two, I'm going to strongly disagree on the premise, and I'm going to probably complain about this the whole movie. Why does Tom Holland never get to have his accent, but Daisy Ridley does?
Right? She did have her accent in this trailer, right?
Yes. Like, if Daisy Ridley can be British, why can't Tom Holland?
Yeah, what's going on? Why are the British in space? What's going on?
And Mads Mikkelsen always has his like whatever Mads Mikkelsen accent.
I mean, he's just Mads Mikkelsen. He can just do whatever he wants, right?
Yes, exactly. Like, if he can sound like that, and Daisy Ridley gets to sound like Daisy Ridley, why can't Tom Holland?
I think it'd be too jarring, right? It'd be too jarring for. I don't know.
We're just angling at Spider-Man fans, I guess.
Oh, 100%, right? Like, hey, just do your Spider-Man voice. You mean what? You mean my American accent? Can
you imagine?
So he's walking towards this crash, and then we get kind of a quick glimpse of his sci-fi thought bubbles. Like he's like a cartoon character, like little thought bubbles, right? Because that's what they are.
Yeah, right.
But then we get a shot of, and it cuts quickly to Mads on horseback and in a sweet fur coat. Looks like he's straight from the West, Silverado or something.
Sweet. I said terrible. Awful costume, in my opinion.
I would
bad job, wardrobe department.
I'd wear that. I'd wear that around all day.
I would make fun of you so much.
I'm going to wear it for our next session. So
I hope so.
And he's talking about how we're lucky to be alive. He doesn't have an accent like that. I just can't do it.
He sounds like Mads Mikkelsen.
I can't do a Mads Mikkelsen accent. No one can except for him.
Right.
And then we get a shot of Daisy really sneaking up on Tom Holland, who I think Tom Holland is just peeping Mads Mikkelsen checking out the crash.
I don't know.
I think he's peeping. He's leaf peeping.
Okay. I thought he was like part of the investigation team here.
I don't think so. I don't know. It didn't seem like it because he was all hunched down and kind of looking to the woods. Anyway, so she sneaks up on him and he turns and he freaks and we get more classic kind of.
Whoa! Stop! Don't come any closer. It's a girl. Like, oh my God, Tom Holland.
Yeah, and his thought bubbles are going crazy.
Which I didn't figure it out until further into the trailer.
That those were thought bubbles.
Yeah, I was just like, what? Why does he sound so weird, and why is everything all warped and glitchy? I was very confused.
Yeah, you didn't read the logline beforehand though, so
I did not.
Fair.
I did not.
Yeah, so that's fair because so you watch the movie, you're like, what? And then I was
like, what's happening?
Then they explain it like a minute later. But anyways, so yeah, he's like, oh, it's a girl, and then he's like, sorry, never seen a girl before. Thought bubble, who are you?
This is when I guessed. This is before they told me. I didn't read the logline. I said, is it his thoughts that she's reading that we're seeing? Like visual thoughts when he's not speaking. So I did figure it out, I guess, after that. But
yeah, I think it's just the whole plot of it's right. Your thoughts just kind of pop.
I thought it was a Daisy Ridley power and not a Tom Holland ability or.
It's a planet thing. I think it's a planet thing, from what I gather.
Right.
So
right. Yeah. Later on. Yeah.
And then we get the big classic Lionsgate logo.
Yeah.
Ba-boom.
Really slapping it on there.
Just want to let you know.
Cutting to your own animation in the middle of a trailer is ruthless.
Yeah. And then the music is this sci-fi music kind of starts building and it comes out of the gate just being annoying. And it's like, come on. And then we get a shot of Daisy kind of walking around some giant like empty building or warehouse.
Yeah, like Force Awakens. It looks like Force Awakens.
I was thinking this.
I've seen this movie before.
And then we get a voiceover where we get her saying, right? I think she says it's like, oh, it's so loud here. And then we get Mads kind of replying with like, we call it the noise. So.
Well, he goes, because the noise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Super unhelpful. Thanks, Mads.
And then we get the sci-fi screen twitch, staticky thing. And then which cuts to our first title card, A New World.
Very white noise. 2005 style.
And Mads continues his voiceover. It's happened to all the men on this planet. All of our thoughts are on display. This sounds like a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to have on a planet. So
it sounds not great.
It sounds the worst thing. And then we get a shot of Tom with his thought bubble.
Right. Well,
quick shot. Right.
Isn't that when we get the next title card, A Dark Secret?
Well, before it's 2 quick shots. So he says like, all the men on this planet, all of our thoughts are on display. So they do a quick visual to reinforce that. So a quick shot of Tom with his thought bubble. They do some shot of someone else with like his thought bubble. Right. I think fishing or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, something like that.
And then we get the next title card, which is A Dark Secret.
And then that's when you get Daisy asking, where are all the women? Which was my other possible quote for opening the trailer trash. And that's when you get a real dramatic pause. A pregnant pause, I believe is the term.
Interesting choice. Okay. Yeah,
no, that's a word. That's a phrase.
No, I know it is, but an interesting choice of phrasing because there's no women on the planet.
I'm clever.
Yeah.
See?
That was good.
That's why they pay me the big podcast bucks.
And I'm just explaining your cleverness just in case. Because
And that's why they pay you the big podcast bucks.
Right. To host-splain your cleverness.
Mm-hmm. That's our whole operation.
All right. So, yeah. And then we're all the women. And then we cut to like a tense cut of Tom Holland sitting, being Tom Holland, thinking like, oh, did I spoil this movie in some fashion? And then we cut to Mads being like, they're dead. Yeah, that's not right. That's not Mads. They're dead. It's like New Zealand.
That was a interesting choice.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I'll work on it. So further sealing, this is the worst planet ever.
Yeah. Worst planet of all time. And Daisy Ridley's face is priceless. Like she's just like, doesn't look like anything.
Oh yeah. She's just like, oh fuck.
She just like closes her eyes and you're like, oh, okay.
Then we cut to another title card, the old based on the best-selling novel. And then music fires up again. Which
I did not look up, but you did, thankfully.
Then we get a shot of Tom and Daisy walking in a forest, kind of giving us, so this is the two off on a journey. Tom's thought bubble's going crazy.
And he's looking around like he's scared of something. Something's following him maybe. There's a little bit like some voice.
And his thought bubbles are popping up and they're like, no noise. Why doesn't she have any noise? And then we cut to Daisy and she's like, it's strange to see everything you're thinking. And he's like, it's strange for me not knowing what's going on in your head. And he's like, I don't know. Maybe you don't like my dog. Or you want to hit me over the head with a rock or something. And then there's a beat, cut the music. I like your dog.
And Tom Holland looking nonplussed. I think so far, like the reactions from Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley both in this movie, like you said, neither of them are particularly good actors. They're like really good at one thing.
Yeah.
It's not selling it here. Like neither one of them are using their faces to convey emotion, which I think is a key tenet of acting, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm no actor, but
I fancy myself a amateur thespian. But
and we cut to a shot of Mads in his sweet ass fur coat again, and his little his hat, right?
The ugly ass fur coat and his stupid ass hat. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's all pretty sweet. It's a sweet costume.
Terrible costume.
And he says he's stronger than he knows. So Tom Holland here obviously has some strength.
Is Mads the villain? Probably.
I mean,
realistically, always.
Yeah. I mean, come on. You don't put Mads Mikkelsen in a movie to be,
right.
Yeah, come on. Come on. And then we cut to a shot of Tom and
some guy on a horse. I wrote, right?
Yeah, and that's some guy on a horse is Nick fucking Jonas.
Yeah, so stupid.
Why is he in this movie?
I'm so mad.
I guess young adults like him.
Who's young adults?
I don't know. Young adults.
Who's Nick Jonas? Like, what has he done other than, I don't know. Thais was like, oh, he's an actor. And I was like, is he?
What? Nick Jonas? He's part of the Jonas Brothers, the fucking music band that children love.
I know, but she said, well, Thais's point was he was in Jumanji, so therefore he's an actor. And I was like, come on.
I don't know.
The Jumanji like, reboot sequel or whatever.
Jumanji? You mean Jumanji?
Jumanji. Yeah, Jumanji.
Okay. What? There's no U in there. No, Jumanji.
Yeah, Jumanji.
Okay.
It's Jumanji.
Yeah, Jumanji.
What are you saying?
Pronouncing
trilogy of
trilogies.
Anyway, right, Joe Jonas, fuck him.
Nick, Joe's his brother. But,
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck him too. And Nick. I hate them both.
Of course, if you want to be on the podcast, you know where to find us. And he's got a line for Tom there. He's like, "You better watch your noise." What? This is where this movie turned into a comedy, and I was like, "This is hilarious."
Yeah. And then Tom's noise turns into a fucking dragon that like comes out of his head and attacks / scares the horse.
Yeah. Well, Tom is just sitting there thinking he's like snake, and then a snake and then a snake just comes out of nowhere and jumps out of Nick, and I was like, okay, so he can manifest things with his thoughts.
That was a dragon.
No, it was a snake, but snakes and dragons are pretty close. Snakes are just dragons with wings, right? Dragons are just snakes with wings. For the listener, I hope you go watch the trailer. I hope you don't always watch the movies because it's probably a big waste of your time, but at least watch the trailers because it's like 2 minutes. Yeah. But you really need to hear it because if you're anything like me, I couldn't hear anything that like half the people were saying in this movie in the trailer so far because it's got that, everything's got that like glitched out sound and some kind of filter over it. And I don't know, my background noise is not so good these days. Too many loud concerts in my youth. Getting old.
Yeah, not great. So it's really frustrating for me. Like, apparently you were saying snake a bunch. I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, you heard dragon.
No, I didn't hear anything. I just saw a dragon appear. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That happens a lot to me in this trailer. There's several times where it's like, I didn't understand any of that. I know there were lines, maybe. Just imagine if Tom Holland was speaking in his local dialect here. Ugh. Oh, God. Yeah. I'd probably hear that. That would stand out. Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen may be the only one you can understand. Like, if you can understand Mads. Yeah. The only other actor that can do his accent all the time is Werner Herzog, right? Oh yeah. It's just the two of them that are allowed to be themselves constantly. Oh, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously. Yes, clearly. Yeah. Couldn't imagine him doing a different accent. No, that's just how he is. Yeah, I don't think he can actually. I don't think he can either. Yeah, that'd be amazing though. To see I don't think any of them can. If they could, they would, right? Oh man, that would be awesome to see Schwarzenegger doing like some other like an American English accent. I don't want that. It seems upsetting. I'm pumping the iron. I'm pumping the iron. Okay. It's not a tumor. This is my ferret. Enough of that. So then we get a new title card here from the director of from the director of The Bourne Identity and Edge of Tomorrow, both great movies. I have not seen Edge of Tomorrow, but The Bourne Identity was awesome. Yeah, Doug Liman. Those are his jams. So yeah, Doug Liman famously doing all kinds of movies I liked apparently. Yeah, so you think this should be good, right? And then it cuts to a shot of a bunch of dudes, obviously because it's a planet full of men, riding on horses like an old Western. And we get a voiceover from Tom. He's like, if those men catch you, they'll kill you. So clearly Tom is taking a liking to the only girl on the planet, which... I mean, it's only a matter of time. Yeah. It's just like, really? It's like, oh, okay, he's Peter Parker. Right. So Peter Parker falls in love with the only girl on the planet. Okay. Yeah. And then we get a quick cut of Daisy looking, I think, concerned, which is completely reasonable. But it's also, I think, the only look she can do. Yeah. But I think in a movie like this, that's probably the only look she's going to do because... Sure. That's it. The whole situation seems very concerning. Yeah. And then we jump to Tom jumping into water and yelling, get in a boat. I'm assuming to Daisy really, because in the next shot, it's them going down a river and like doing a little river rafting. Capsize, I think the raft is the bottom of the boat. Yeah, it's just a boat. Yeah, it's just flipped over and they're just floating down a river. It's like, okay. And then we get our next title card, which one of my favorites. Oh, classic. Forget everything you know. Okay. What? About what? About what? And this is the rare time when they don't answer the question either.
They actually don't.
They're always like, forget everything you know. No, it's usually like about wizards. Like Harry Potter is coming for your ass. But not this time.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of the next title card, and they don't connect.
It's like one worldwide movie event.
Yeah. Which is like what? What does that even mean? We'll get to that
everything you know. One worldwide movie event.
I hate that. Forget everything you know. Yeah. That's a tropey garbage line written in a bunch of movies.
The spiritual successor to Swingers.
Oh my god! Forget everything you know. Forget everything you know about podcasts. All right, then we get a quick shot of Mads holding up a gun, looking all madsy. Then we get a shot of Daisy and Tom in a cabin getting shot at from outside. So it's got kind of like a Western vibe to it, feel to it, to be honest, like a little bit.
Yeah, which
I like a Western sci-fi. Yeah, like a little Western sci-fi thing going on, which I don't know.
I think I didn't like it because I wasn't expecting it.
Okay,
but then I'm yelling at myself because what is this except apparently Star Wars? So of course it's a space Western.
Yeah, fair.
God damn it.
And then we cut to some dude stabbing a knife into a map on a table, and he's like, "If you want to protect a girl, you have to leave now." As he stabs this map on the table, and there's some other dude. Yeah, some other dude in the background just looking nervous. I'm like, great. Cut to Tom looking anxious and concerned. Then this is where things kind of take a turn for the what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
It cuts quickly to him tackling an alien.
Oh,
right.
Are we there? No, I thought that was ahead of this.
It maybe ahead of what?
Because I'm still at like they're holding hands. Did you already do the holding hands thing?
That's later.
That's later. What? There's an alien already? I didn't see an alien. Okay.
Yeah. So it jumps to him tackling some alien into a river.
Matt just pointing a gun at us, right?
That happened already.
Okay, that happened.
It was really
quick. We haven't gotten to holding hands. Okay.
We haven't gotten to holding hands yet. So right now it's like all of a sudden we jump to Tom tackling an alien into a river while his dog is just barking, and Tom going to town on this alien's face or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's his.
Yeah. On and out, dog is the star of the movie for sure.
Yeah, definitely. My favorite character.
A very cute puppy.
And then it cuts to Tom and Daisy holding hands on like a outpost thing, right?
Got it. Yep.
And then there's like he's got more thought bubbles repeating, keep you safe, keep you safe, keep you safe, keep you safe. So
yeah.
And then this is when we get the title card, the even more confusing title card from the previous one. Forget everything you know. Now we get the title card, one worldwide movie event.
Right. Which we all know what that means.
Do we?
Yep. Listeners, write in and tell Russ that we all know what that means.
Is that because you don't and you're hoping that you can?
No, definitely not. We all know what that means.
It's one worldwide.
It's one world, right? Exactly what it says on the box, buddy.
Worldwide movie event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the movie is being released worldwide in an event movie.
Well, it's one worldwide though. There's only one worldwide, right?
Yeah,
it's one worldwide.
It's kind of a new world order thing.
It's a one worldwide movie event.
Mm-hmm. Lionsgate, Illuminati, Tom Holland, Chaos Walking.
Forget everything you think you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is propaganda. Did you know the money's fake?
Oh Jesus! Tell that to my landlord. Yeah. So then we get another Mads voiceover. He's talking about basically he's like, with his power, there's no telling what he could do.
Well, I thought it was with her power. There's no telling what he can do, and that's why I thought it was weird.
Oh no!
I think she's got a power that she's bringing to the party here. That makes something about Tom Holland more interesting. Like I think she's he can't manifest the shit. I think she's helping him manifest the shit.
Interesting take. I didn't catch the her. I heard his. I thought with his power, there's no telling what he could do. With her power, there's no telling what he could do. Meaning like they're paired up.
I think so. It's the one line I think I heard. Correctly.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see if that's maybe predictions. You get predictions. So, so Tom's got thought bubbles that are freaking out and he's having a hard time, right? And then we jump to another title card. And this one is left field. I'm not sure if if you can decipher this one for me, but
yeah, totally.
It just says will not be silenced.
Well, yeah, one worldwide movie event will not be silenced.
Will not be silenced. Okay.
Because other movies get silenced regularly. I think this is a commentary on cancel culture.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or as I like to call it, consequence culture.
Right. That's right.
Because you did a bad thing.
Yes.
You earned it.
Yes.
But I think that's maybe the commentary here.
Okay. All right.
Doug Liman's like, hey, I gave you several Bourne movies. Why am I canceled?
I think he gave you just
Swingers?
one.
No. I looked it up. It's more than one.
Oh, he did.
He's attached to more than one as other things. Yeah. If not as director, as like a writer or
producer,
whatever. He did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's on all kinds. He's involved with like all of them.
He's a Bourne guy, right?
He's a Bourne boy.
Yeah, he's a Bourne boy.
And Swingers,
which is completely random.
The same, right?
Yes. All grown up.
Yeah, I think it's a commentary.
Okay, so the one worldwide movie event will not be silenced. And then we cut to kind of raising out, the rising action that happens in trailers, right? And we get a shot of Daisy riding a motor scooter. Quick shot of someone shooting at her in the woods, and then we get voiceover again from Mads being like, I need that girl, before she warns him of what? I don't know.
Something, right? Mads is the villain, apparently, again.
Obviously. And then we get a shot of Tom with more thought bubbles. Overhead shot of Daisy cruising through the woods on the motor scooter and hitting a sweet jump.
Music cuts out entirely. It's like...
Yep. And we get Mads voiceover again. Right?
Yeah.
And then we get a Mads voiceover again. How many of them are coming?
I didn't hear that line at all. I heard 100, 200, and I was like, I'm confused.
Are we still counting from the countdown to the trailer? What's happening?
We're talking about milligrams.
And then we're getting like overhead shot of like trees panning through, and there's like a lake or water or whatever. And then we get Mads and Nick Jonas looking serious, and it cuts to Daisy responding thousands.
They're just like jaws dropping at the strength of these edibles.
Yeah.
Thousands of milligrams.
Thousands. So that's the same thing. So this trailer is very jumbled up, but clearly she's talking about those alien things. They're coming down to basically destroy the planet. Maybe she is. We'll get to predictions, but clearly that's what it is, right? And then what's going to end up happening is that they're going to have to team up together to protect themselves from the aliens that are coming down.
Right. So that's when we see the spaceship through the clouds again, right?
Hovering
the title card.
Yep.
Daisy Ridley. Finally.
Firing up the music again. We're all fired up. We get Daisy Ridley, and then we get a quick shot of her just looking like Daisy Ridley with blonde hair.
Glitches out. Yeah.
Glitches out. And we get title card Tom Holland. Quick shot of him, and then him on horseback and shot at.
Bunch of shots of Tom. He doesn't glitch out.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Like, what's the deal there? Like,
yeah, right. And then is he climbing a spaceship at the end? It seems like he's climbing the outside of the spaceship, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of quick cuts here that they're very flashy, right? So there's people standing, just hanging out. There's a fist fight, and then there's someone hanging from a building or a spaceship, which I think is Tom, right?
Yeah.
And then there's an alien.
Yeah.
Then there's like an alien with like a missing arm in like thought bubbles or something like that.
Yeah, so that's the first alien I noticed.
Oh, yeah, there's another one earlier.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Daisy and Tom hiding in the woods, and his thought bubbles are going crazy. He's like, be a man, fight, be a man, fight. And she's like, can you just
keep it down? And he's like, I'm trying.
I just want to spoil a movie. And then there's a quick moment of silence, and we get the old jump scare, and something grabs him and pulls him into the woods. And final title card. That's the end, yeah, thankfully. Chaos trailer. Poor puppy to be in this movie. Hopefully you got more than the SAG rates. Okay, so that's the trailer. Yep. What's your predictions? The old prognostications. Prognostication station? Yes. Crap, I already forgot what it was. This is bad branding. Sorry, Elizabeth. Yeah, there was another word in there. It was also with a P. It was a good alliteration. That's why I liked it. I thought. Or was it just like Russ and Jared prognosticate? I think that was it. I think it was just Russ and Jared prognosticate. Yeah. So let's do that. I think Daisy Ridley is the key to the noise somehow, right? I think she unwittingly, enhances thought powers. Yep. I don't know.
I haven't figured out yet what she has to do with the aliens, but she knows about them. I think she is one of them, maybe, or at least like a halfling or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm really confused already. I have no clue what this movie's gonna be about.
I think she's definitely been kidnapped by the aliens, right? And she escapes an escape pod, lands on this planet, but I do agree that she is enhancing the thought powers, the thought bubbles. So I do agree there. Like, she is a key to unlocking Tom Holland. He maybe there's something, if it's something stupid like their love is what unlocks his power, I'm gonna fucking punch the TV. But I agree. There's something that she's doing so he can manifest things out of his thoughts, right? He's like, because he was like snakes, and all of a sudden snakes appeared. And then that is how they're gonna use that to defend themselves against the aliens when the aliens come down to invade the planet.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I just don't know the or.
Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. You go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say
change the subject.
Well, yeah, okay, but I just also don't know where Mads and Nick Jonas fit in. Like, obviously they're the bad guys in the beginning, and they're chasing him and stuff like that. I'm not sure why they need to kill her, because maybe because it enhances the women are killed because they do enhance the thought. Hear
me out.
I always do.
You always do, and I appreciate that. I think this is actually a long form Twilight Zone episode.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
Where the aliens have like a small human farm, salvaged the last women of the species, Daisy Ridley. Yeah. On the ship there. She escaped for some reason, maybe alien food isn't that good, I guess. Gets down to Earth. Mads Mikkelsen and Nick Jonas we're there. They were part of the crew that was like, oh yeah, no, you got to salvage whatever you can, get out of here. Like, we're lost. This is how life is here now. It's going to be terrible forever. And so when she crash lands, they're like, oh shit, we got to get her back to the aliens because she needs to be in alien prison to salvage the human race. I don't know. Like, that's my thought here. I think we're going human farm.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep.
Tom Holland is like the unwitting, like, whoa, I didn't know that's what the whole world is. That kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty deep. I buy it. I don't know. I have no idea. This trailer doesn't really give you much. So it's just flashy pictures and stupid title cards.
I don't know anything about this
movie. Well, you know why? Because you've forgotten everything that you know. That's why. You should forget everything you know.
Right. When in doubt, pinky out.
We prognosticated all over the place, so I think we're good, right?
Yeah, unless you have any more prognostications.
No, I think I'm done. I don't think my brain can handle it anymore. So I'm expecting this movie to be pretty terrible. It seems like it's like a solid 21% on Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, but it's got a super high audience score though. But I think that's
does it? I didn't know.
Super high. I think it's like 70 or 80% on audience score.
Oh, wow. So I might like this.
It's possible, but I think that's mostly just people who are like probably kids who are fans of Daisy and Tom just being like, it's the greatest movie ever. And kids, I mean anyone younger than me.
Right.
Which is a massive chunk of the population.
A good chunk, yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back next week with our full breakdown of Chaos Walking. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That, and we're ITMTpod on Twitter. And you should subscribe to us wherever you listen to your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, Google.
Any of them. And before I finish our outro, I've got one more gnostication here.
Okay.
I bet you use a Star Wars and a Spider-Man in your It's This Meets That.
Oh.
in your Hollywood pitch.
Okay. I bet I won't.
Okay.
And I'm not just doing it just because I already had mine, and it doesn't
include... It wasn't either of those?
Nope.
Really? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, the listeners can wait with bated breath because while they're subscribing, they can also leave us a review and be like, God, I hate cliffhangers. Almost as much as I hate Jared and Russ.
No, they love us.
But with 5 stars.
Yes.
Of course. Or if you're feeling old fashioned, you can just send us an email. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. We'll read it in our fan service segment like we always do. Or you can go and listen to the rest of the back catalog. If you haven't heard, we did Twilight recently, a couple of big ones. Real fun time. Check them out on the website. It's thismeetsthat.com.